you don't follow the plan. It puts an onus on you if you're not following the plan while you're not. The presumption is you want to follow your plan and you should follow your plan, but there's no, mandate that you follow a plan.
Well, how does this information we've just heard here enter into it then?
You want me to try that? No? Would you like me to
Please, sure.
She was reading from the recommendation of the task force, so there was a task force that convened over the summer. They made a recommendation to the governor and the legislature. There would have to be new laws created by the legislature to require regional planning, to create the regional plans, to fund the state oversight. Really, her comments are probably best directed to our local legislators because they're definitely considering if that smart planning in terms of the state involvement on a regional level is something they want to go forward. And in fact, I believe the House bill that passed last night has the smart planning principles removed. So it's under debate, so I think your comments are best directed at the state because they're the ones that can change the smart planning principles and the guidelines, and they do not have to take up any of the recommendations of that.
The regional, I'm sorry, is that a question?
Well, it needs to be. So I'll repeat my name, Todd McGreevy, 1370 Crestline Court in Bettendorf, Iowa. So, and you guys, I want you to understand something. When I come up here, I'm not here to throw stones. I'm trying to get answers. There's only 2 people from the public that even show up to ask, all right? And so can't we just have a dialogue and figure some of this stuff out before we vote? First question is, how many of you have read the Senate bill that is driving this? Just out of curiosity. You've not read it?
It's
Nobody?
not passed. It's not active law until it's funded, is it?
The recommendations of the task force, no. Those particular recommendations that she was reading from.
That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the Senate bill that's referenced in your enclosure that you had on Tuesday. And if you look at the language of your enclosure, it says right there, in there, that this is a, I'll find it, give me 1 second here. What's the, see that you get when the enclosures only say FE or F1, they don't really have any nomenclature to them, so I gotta remember what the heck, which one it was. Hold on a second here. It was FE6, okay. So FE6, and see if I could search the document, I could find the word compliance, but it's scanned. It's printed and then scanned, so we can't search these documents. It's in the, essentially the staff has been telling you that this you need to do that. Here, I'm sorry, I wrote it down. Ensure clear compliance with state law is in your enclosure. Those words are in there. All right, ensure compliance with state law. And that simply is not true. There's nothing that compels you to approve these smart planning principles. It's already stated in your enclosures that it's somewhat redundant with your already, pioneering comprehensive planning for the state from 1980. It's already, you guys are already on this. So I just, out of curiosity, so the study that Dee talks about and the study that Diane talks about, did you even know that study existed? Have you seen it? It's like 60-something pages. There's a lot of data in there. If you just do a search in that study for the word levy appears 17 times in that document. I'm telling you folks, you're getting ready to put us into a position where residents and taxpayers of Scott County are going to have more top-down government, going to have more, you're ceding authority is what you're doing. You're ceding more authority outside of this county. And that's not what you were elected to do. And I'm just asking you to actually, table it, say, you know what, I'm going to take the recommendation of the taxpayers and actually read the documents. I'm actually going to look at this. As I said on Tuesday, you can lead or you can follow. And I'm not trying to do this to do a gotcha moment. I want us to work together. I want us to actually do, the bidding of the taxpayers, not what staff wants you to do. Staff's doing their job because this is part of what they see as right. But the taxpayers out there are here today to tell you it's not a good thing. So take a moment, read what you guys are voting on. Look at this document. The document, while it is a,
Let's wrap it up.
it's 2010, wrap it up.
Well, yeah,
I've been up here for 2 minutes.
no, you haven't.
Senate File 23889. Here it is, 2010. Just trying to give you the title of the document. Because unfortunately, this document, this Smart Planning Task Force report, which is 132 pages, I apologize. It was not provided at the Planning and Zoning meeting, so those folks didn't have access to it. By access, sure, if they knew it existed and they went and found it, they could have read it. But I would encourage you to just browse the document. It talks about how these regional council of governments are going to levy in order to fund these smart planning principles incorporated in planning. And it's on your watch, guys. If you go down this path, you are going to be putting Scott County into a position to be further taxed. For what? We already have planning. All right, thank you.
Thank you.